Yo, what up? It's your boy Dan Gordon, aka Sith Lord Daniel Bryan Gordon. I'm here with Jedi Knight Matthew Frederick McCormick,
John,
and resident Ewok Horatiu Jesus Zglimbea.
Because of the beard and hair.
Yeah, and today we're keeping it topical. 6 months late, we're bringing you Star Wars: The Force Awakens review. Woo!
Possibly even later than 6 months, because we don't know when this will be done.
Episode 9 of The Take, reviewing Episode 7 Star Wars. We've already surpassed Star Wars.
Yeah, and our production value far exceeds what Star Wars has done.
And our cultural impact, I think.
Absolutely.
Far more
Who doesn't know about The Take?
Most people.
Theme song.
Welcome back to The Take. As I said in the intro, we're reviewing The Force Awakens. The plot synopsis from IMDb is, you don't need a plot synopsis because it's Star Wars and everyone's seen it.
Everyone.
So, very briefly, what is your guys' relationship with Star Wars?
Oh, it started with me in 1997 with the release of the special edition in theaters, and we've just been steady ever since.
Your first viewing of Star Wars was in theaters?
Yes, all three.
Oh, okay. I was VHS myself.
Nice.
Wore those tapes out. What about you?
Same. My cousin had the VHS, I actually saw them when they remastered them into VHS for the first time, and so that was my first. We've been off and on ever since then, especially after the first 1 through 3 that we shall not talk about.
I wore my VHS tapes on those two, unfortunately.
Well, you just love Star Wars and everything that has to do with Star Wars. Quite possibly like what I like about werewolves.
I was kind of poking fun at us in the intro, how we're a little late to the game reviewing this movie, but I really think it's actually a good thing that we're reviewing it 6 months late, because now we kind of have some perspective on the movie. I know when the prequels came out, everyone was kind of blinded by those, everyone blindly loved them. I know I came out of the theater, I was probably 5 years old, I wanted a Jar Jar Binks toy. And obviously I've reversed my position on that, but now we can, we got the benefit of hindsight.
We can all gather together.
Yeah, and see
and agree that we can
hate
certain things and love others.
All right, well, with that, let's throw it a clip.
Electrical overload.
I can fix that.
Coolant's leaking.
Try transferring auxiliary power to secondary tank.
I got it. Chewie, come on! I need help with this giant hairy thing! Stop moving! You hurt Chewie, you're gonna deal with me!
Hurt him? He almost killed me 6 times! Which is fine.
This hyperdrive blows are gonna be pieces of us in 3 different systems. What'd you do?
I bypassed the compressor.
Huh.
We're back. You guys know the drill. 15 seconds to give your initial impressions on the movie. Horatiu, yo.
I thought the movie was decent. I went in, excited as much as the next person to see Star Wars and what they had to offer. I knew a bunch of the old characters were going to be in it, so that was exciting. I found that it really resembled the first Star Wars that ever came out, Episode 4, A New Hope, and that kind of detracted from it a little bit, looking at it after the movie, so...
Okay, you went way over, buddy. way over. I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
I so much. I hope this mic doesn't break.
It'll be worth it.
I don't know if it will, Dan. We'll ask our executive producer, Heather Haughey, whether or not she thinks this is worth it.
Dan shot first, everybody.
We're gonna take a quick edit break while I really murder down
No,
this
I don't
time.
think that's necessary. Moving on.
Go!
My first initial impression, I saw in theaters with you. I was kind of trepidatious the first time I saw it. Second time I saw it, liked it a bit more, but it finally came out of theaters and I had saw it 8 times. It is my favorite Star Wars movie.
Oh, under the timer as always. Me personally...
We don't care, Dan.
Someone's salty.
We don't care.
Yeah, so I saw this with Matt and the male friend, John Farms. And yeah, when we came out of the theater, we were all a little, like you said, trepidatious to give our opinions, because I think we all didn't want to be, caught up. Like, we'd been so burned by Star Wars. Everything Star Wars has that's like 20 years.
True.
He's giving me a death stare there. But, so I really had not much invested in this. This could have been bad and I wouldn't have cared, honestly, because I wasn't too invested. But did you guys really like buy into the hype? The marketing for this movie was crazy.
Let's put it this way. When they dropped the trailer for this, I was with Horatiu in Vegas and with a bunch of other people, and I feel like I watched it over and over again for about 2 hours.
Yeah, he talked about it. He talked about watching it over and over again for 2 hours.
I think I cried.
I think I saw it. I honestly did not buy into the hype of this. I was excited for it. I was like, cool, Star Wars, great, that's gonna be fun. But I wasn't really expecting much, just because I've gotten burned in the past, not by Star Wars, also by Star Wars, but not just by Star Wars, by other movies where it's a continuation of storylines and sequels and prequels and yada, 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 blah, 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 and it just kind of sometimes falls flat. And so I went in with very low expectations, and that's the best way to see a movie.
What'd you guys think of when you heard the announcement that J.J. Abrams was going to be directing?
Lens flares!
Yeah.
Lens flares on every
Ah,
surface!
Jesus.
I
You're
had
one of those
faith.
types.
I was worried about the lens flares, not gonna lie, because they are everywhere in Star Trek. But the Star Trek, there's treks that he did, I was like, all right, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it right.
It was a pretty safe choice. I was disappointed just that it was so safe. And Disney is a company that is putting out consistently good products recently, but they're taking no risks. Anything, Jungle Book, freaking Marvel, all the Marvel movies. They own everything, and it's just it's good, but...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, risks are great, but I mean, if you know you're gonna make a lot of money and you know that the people will love it, as long as you don't mess it up royally and kill one of the beloved old characters. Oh.
Okay, we need to get into the meat and potatoes of this movie. We've been talking a lot about leading up to the release. What do you guys think of the actual plot? Because there's been a lot of criticism. It's a beat-for-beat remake of New Hope, especially coming from J.J. Abrams, who just remade Wrath of Khan in his last movie. Yeah, did that bother you?
No.
No?
No.
I don't know.
I'm not from this country.
I mean, but also look at...
I had just rewatched A New Hope the week before this movie came out, and I think that actually hurt my viewing, because you got everything. You got the bar, you got the Death Star, you got the evil Emperor. It was a pretty obvious direction for the story to go.
And you know what? That's exactly how I felt. Watching the movie, I'm like, oh, there's another sand planet. Why didn't they just make it Tatooine? She's a secret Force user. Oh, great. That's Luke Skywalker. It's just, everything, it was just very similar. And I understand why they did it. He wanted to play it safe, because there's a whole generation of people, not necessarily us, but people who are 10 years younger, 20 years younger than us, who need that to get invested in Star Wars. And it kind of was, tried and true in A New Hope. And so they were like, you know what? Let's do it again.
All right, we've talked the broad strokes. When we come back from commercial, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of plot, characters, cinematography, all that. Stay tuned. Welcome back to The Take. All right, let's get right to it. What'd you think Han Solo dying?
Dude, my 14-year-old's piece of stepbrother. I had avoided spoilers for this movie the entire production. Knowing me, that's a big deal, not spoiling myself. 2 hours before the premiere, I got a text message from a number that I didn't know saying how Han Solo died. Bradley Ryan McCormick, you suck.
Wow.
I'm still salty about that.
I see
I'm
that.
still mad about it.
So, did it emotionally resonate with you, even given the spoiler?
No, because I figured it was going to happen anyways, but I feel like it's important.
That's where I'm at. It was hard to look at it as anything but a calculated decision.
But also, where was his arc going to go?
Yeah.
We all
No,
know...
it just made sense.
Yeah.
It wasn't it was hard.
You got to get rid of the old to make way for the new. And you know what? Harrison Ford multiple times has said how we wish Han had died in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, pretty much as soon as it announced he was coming back, I was like, the only way he agreed to do this is if he dies.
Exactly.
What I thought, I mean, I didn't necessarily see it coming from far away, you know, before I saw the movie. But once they said that, you know, Kylo Ren is Han Solo and Leia's son, and once, like, you know, he was tasked, especially when he was tasked to bring him back to the light side, I was like, well, this will die. And then of course, you know, it's telegraphed from way far away from when it happens, you know, can you help me, Father? And then bam, he's dead. Of course that's gonna happen. I mean, it does feel right though, because it's sad. I was very upset with the fact that Han Solo is dead. He's an icon in the Star Wars.
It is sad we'll never
figure.
see the big three together on screen again.
Exactly. I was hoping that, and I was really hoping that Luke and Han and Leia would just reunite just for one scene.
Yeah.
But, you know.
What about the fact that Kylo Ren kills Han? Does Kylo Ren work for you guys as a villain?
Kylo Ren is just a weird looking dude. I mean, he is just a weird looking dude, and he is not scary. I'm not scared by him at all. He, to me, was just a kid with a throwing temper tantrums throughout the entire movie. He was just a kid who couldn't get his way, and he was so annoyed, and I don't like it. Let me break this stuff. And I was just, come on,
Exactly.
guy.
Here, the thing with Kylo Ren is they kind of they showed their hand too early. He's at his most bad at the beginning of the movie. The first thing he does is he freezes a freaking blaster.
So sweet.
It's awesome.
It
But
is.
like with Darth Vader, there's a whole build-up. He doesn't barely do anything in A New Hope, and he's at his most badass in later movies. And this one, he's the coolest in the beginning. They show everything. There's no like mystery about this guy. Oh yeah.
What I think that's on purpose too. I really do think
He's got a 3-movie arc that he's got to fulfill.
Yeah, and I think that they wanted to show us, you know, like we're all so used to Darth Vader bad. That's the last we saw him. He was such a, you know, awesome figure and a bad dude, but like good dude, that like you start off showing all your cards with Kylo Ren, and then slowly as the movie progresses, we see, oh, he isn't all like that he was cracked up to be. He's not that scary. He's just a kid who's trying to be an icon. He's trying to be Darth Vader.
When we went to Comic-Con, didn't I ask Darth Vader what he thought, because Kylo Ren was a whiny emo bitch, were my exact words?
Let's throw to a clip.
I'm here with Anakin Skywalker, and I was just wondering, did you know that your grandson would turn out to be such an emo?
Well, you know what? If I was still alive, I'd come out of my grave and kick his butt.
Yeah?
Yeah, because he's not supposed to be acting like that. He's supposed to be on the good side first. Then he stay on the good side, but no, he got to get on the dark side.
So what about the core 3 actors? What do you think of like where they were at? Did it make sense to you? This is where Luke would be. This is where Han would be.
Yeah. Yeah. I was not surprised by anyone. I believe when all of the hype first started, I was like, what, $10 says Luke is the last shot?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember you saying
was
that.
super obvious.
Yep.
So, I mean, like, it wasn't surprising. I feel like the main focus of this movie was the new characters and not the ones that we're already familiar with.
It was helpful to have them there to pass the torch, though.
It was.
It lended credence to the series.
I didn't like, I should say, that the whole Leia after Han Solo died scene, you know, if I'm getting really specific, and Rey and Chewie walk off the Falcon and Chewie and her don't even acknowledge each other, and I was bothered by that immensely. Like that still bothers me to this day. And I know J.J. Abrams even said like, yeah, that I
Definitely
messed
a missed
up.
opportunity with Leia's reaction to Han's death. There was no, like I said, that scene did not emotionally resonate.
Yeah,
with
she
me.
hugged Rey, who met him like 3 days ago. But meanwhile, his best friend, this giant walking carpet, isn't like, she's not hugging Chewie. She's just gonna let him walk by, and Chewie's just gonna be like, going to the bathroom or something.
Because Rey had the cocaine.
Oh, because yeah,
Carrie Fisher.
she did not age well,
They utilize her very little because her acting chops are definitely not up to snuff.
and she's got that voice,
Harrison Ford.
the diner voice, the "Hey darling, you want some more coffee?" Yeah, it was weird.
I hadn't heard her
strange.
speak, and so that was a surprise to me. So.
It's too much cocaine.
All right, what did you think about like the technical aspects? There was a big deal made about the practical effects. They were going to be shooting this on actual film. Could you tell a difference?
Yes. As far as like shooting on film, no, but as far as the sets, definitely.
Yeah, that was really refreshing because in a world now where all they do is CGI and 1, 2, and 3 was basically entirely a green screen, which we've joked about in the past on this show. It was nice to see them actually bring animatronics back. That's one of my biggest things.
I will say, for all the big deal that was made about all that, there was more CG than I thought there would be. And also, I don't know, the cinematography at times I was not a fan of. All the whip pans, the frantic camera movement, it was very uncharacteristic of Star Wars. I realize it's a modern movie, they gotta update it in some ways, but like, for the space battles with the Battlestar Galactica zoom-ins and stuff, I hated that. Cut that out of there. So what were your guys' biggest problems with the movie?
Well, I had a problem with some plot elements that I didn't really enjoy. I thought the revealing that Rey was a Force user was not really done well. There was no foreshadowing with it, and all of a sudden she's in that chair with that one stormtrooper, and she's trying to use that mind, like
Daniel Craig?
Daniel Craig. It was Daniel Craig. I wasn't gonna bring it up because Matt didn't seem to
We're
like
all
that.
that. I agree with you though, because like in the first trilogy, Luke used the Force to blow up the Death Star. That was a good shot. Like you didn't actually see him
Exactly.
use the Force until Empire. And so for this person who just found out that the Force is actually a real thing.
And I'd be fine with her using that power as long as they foreshadowed it more at the beginning. And a perfect scene, a perfect time to do that was when she was like
Scavenging?
nice. When she was either scavenging or when she was turning in the things to get portions. And he was like, that's like 2 portions. And she's like, what? That's like totally worth 5. And if he would have at that point been like, you're right, this is worth 5 portions, and gave it to her, I would be perfectly happy with that being foreshadowing that like, oh, she's got some Force powers and she can convince people to do what she wants them to do.
Okay, what are you guys gonna give this out of 5 whatevers?
I'm gonna give this 5 severed Luke hands out of 5.
5 out of 5.
I'm giving it a 5 out of 5.
Are you surprised?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you like I said, you seemed trepidatious coming out of the theater. I thought you had some reservations.
No, I went back to the theater 6 times and saw it.
Oh, Jesus.
I will be giving this movie 3.5 fins out of breath out of 5.
And I myself will give it 4 out of 5 portions.
Nice. That was a good
Yeah.
one.
And we didn't really talk about that, but the new cast is great.
Oh, new cast is fantastic. I have a lot of faith in Star Wars going forward.
Agreed.
All right, well, we're going to commercial, but when we come back, we're playing some Star Wars trivia, baby.
Woo! Woo! My baby don't mess around because it messes around.
I think that's how we should come back. Star Wars trivia time. Woo! All right, I have a special prize for the winner today. Mystery
Know
prize.
what it is? Oh,
No.
mystery prize. Of course it's a mystery. Is it
Okay.
another root or coconut?
5 questions.
Got it.
Whoever loses is gonna be a dunce for life. Question number 1. What does the TIE in TIE Fighter stand for?
Really? Twin ion engine.
That is correct. Question number 2. What animal sound was Obi-Wan imitating to scare off the Sand People in A New Hope?
It's a Krat dragon. It's a fun fact. It's still in the desert in Tunisia. They found it when they were doing some pickup shots for episode
That is
7.
correct, though. That's a real name. In what detention block was Princess Leia being held on the first Death Star?
C.
AA-23.
That is correct, AA-23. Number 4. The Empire Strikes Back primarily takes place in 2 sectors. The Sluis sector that includes the Dagobah system, and this sector that includes the other planets in the film.
It's the Anahuac sector. It's part of the outer rim, not part of the mid rim, which has like Naboo and like those kind of planets, or the core, which has like Coruscant and all those. It's outer rim. It's about, I think it's 10,000 light years from Tatooine.
Respect. And final question.
Respect? You're giving him respect for that?
How many dewbacks are in the original 1977 theatrical cut for Star Wars? And how many were added for the most current edition, the Blu-ray release of the original trilogy?
Is dewback a racial slur? Can you say that on TV?
Well, I'm part sand person, so.
I don't even know what a dewback is.
Sand person actually sounds more like a racial slur to me.
2. And they added 5. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I don't understand this.
Wow.
I mean, those were stupid. I don't.
Well,
you
congratulations,
need to get out more,
Matt. You win these 2 factory sealed. You win Kylo Ren's spaceship and Poe Dameron's. Thank you for playing and thank you for helping me clean out my closet.
Thanks, man. I'm stoked. These are the titanium.
Film his eyes lighting up with excitement. You're gonna have so much fun playing with those things, setting them up.
Oh man, okay, so this is
Having
kind of like
space
my
battles.
X-Wing miniatures game, which I have, but I don't think these are compatible. But these are gonna live on my desk forever.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of glad I didn't win that.
Really?
Here, go ahead and edit a dunce cap on his head.
Don't
It's
edit
coming
that,
down.
dunce. I will fire you.
You're a dunce forever.
Yeah. You know what time it is, guys.
I got hit and then I stopped because I felt it, but it felt kind of refreshing.
Mail turn time. Woo!
All right.
Woo!
Who's this one for?
This one is
quit
for
this
Jedi Master Matt.
Woo! I'm the Jedi Master.
We got an all play. We got to stop doing these all plays because they make no sense.
We got another all play.
Answer every single one.
This one's for Horatiu, Baby Jar Jar.
And me. Wow, lots of mail today, so let's get right to it. The show's running long already.
You go first.
Oh yeah, you go first because as consolation. Woo!
Woo! At least you got a shower today. You know?
Yeah. We gotta pick it up here, Horatiu. We're running over.
Dan, I will slash your tires. Okay, Sean, and he wrote this. Sean Big Daddy Edwards. Don't ever write in again, Sean, if you're gonna put that as your name. Okay.
Didn't.
Why is everyone so in love with Slave Leia? I really don't know. I don't understand. I mean, I think it was in a time when that kind of thing wasn't shown in TV or movies often, and you
No,
finally...
it totally was. It's 1983. That's it's right around 80s, it's mid 80s. Like cocaine and hookers everywhere.
Right, but on TV?
Yeah.
Oh,
Miami Vice.
Well, I think like the thing is like for a lot of young lads, that was their first exposure to a.
It was the Farrah Fawcett poster.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Horacio's best friend Sean Edwards would like to know.
Great.
Do you think George Lucas is kicking himself right now? The answer to that is no.
No.
And I will tell you why.
Do you know him?
No, but I know that George Lucas sold Star Wars for $4 billion,
A lot of money.
as well as getting a stake in Disney. So he got about 6% stake in Disney entirely.
Like Kobe beefsteak?
Yeah. So whatever Disney, whatever Disney now makes, George Lucas makes 6% of that as well. So I want to put it to you.
All right. Rocco T emailed in the following question. If you could own any full outfit from any on-screen character, which one would it be and why? And also, he wants you to show off your tattoo, Matt.
Which one?
The pizza.
Oh. This is my tattoo. We're gonna fade in a picture from it. My friend drew it. The same lady that did the tattoo. You'll notice it has a Brokeback Mountain quote around it, and it's got pizza and whiskey, because that's how I feel about pizza and whiskey.
I'd go Tron, because I don't even like Tron, but that's a outfit.
Wait, it can be any costume?
Yeah, in a movie.
Oh, that changes
Movie franchise.
everything.
I did see the original Tron outfit at Henry Ford Museum, and it was pretty underwhelming. I didn't even know what Tron was at the time, though, so I didn't appreciate the significance. Horatiu?
Jon Snow.
You already got that.
Not as good as one as I could want, but could be better. I don't have long claw, and you know, I don't have the real everything. I want it all.
I actually really like the jacket from Drive. So I mean,
Only Ryan Gosling can pull that off. I see people wearing that all the time. I'm like, give me a break.
well, I mean, if this is more playing pretend, then I'd be a Ryan Gosling. But
So you are.
I would be a
let's
Ryan
get into this
Gosling.
all play.
What?
This is for all of us.
Oh, we're all playing.
it's an all
we
play.
all play him all
As
the
opposed
time.
to the other.
The one, the only, Sean Edwards would like to know.
Sean, Jesus.
If you could change an aspect of future films, what would it be? The director, story, continuity, and this is in reference to Star Wars, I believe. If it were up to me, I would take advantage of the massive expanded universe and try to bring those into the canon a little bit. I feel like there's an opportunity with the spin-offs that they're missing by doing things like a young Han Solo movie and things like that. If they did a Obi-Wan movie, that would be cool. I know Ewan McGregor has said several times that he'd be on board for that, and he was the best part of the prequels. So I just hope that they don't focus too much on characters that are dead and don't need any more backstory, and focus more on the universe itself.
I would like to see kind of along the same veins as the universe, but also different styles of movie. I would like to see them, rather than just it always being a blockbuster type movie, I would love to see a nitty gritty, something to do with like the belly of Coruscant and like.
He was just telling me how he'd like to see an Ewok musical, so.
I didn't say that.
You can go everywhere.
I want hard R ratings, big 12-inch. Moving on. Well, that about does it for the Take Force Awakens review. If you want to watch the movie yourself, here's the code, the iTunes code. Woo!
Is Z2SUHY4A89E.
Beautiful reading of the code by Matt McCormick.
Thanks, Matt. You do a really good job of reading codes. Thanks. If you could read codes to me while I fall asleep, that'd be great.
No, he wants to steal the movie from you guys, from you viewers. So don't
I won't.
don't let him do that to you.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, YouTube. We out!
See ya. Bye.